Hello everybody and welcome to your 50-minute full body Pilates flow. We are going to sculpt, burn it out, and have a great workout. So whenever you're ready, just find a nice child's pose on your mat, and we're just going to start with some simple stretches here. Breathing in nice and deep, waking up the body. And then come to center, and let's roll up. Roll the shoulders back, drop the chest, and then sit back down into child's pose. And again, inhale as you roll up, articulating through the spine, and then pushing the bum back onto the heels. One more here. And sending the glutes back. Good. Articulating, and then find your all fours position. Send the right arm up and then thread it underneath of the left shoulder, coming into a nice twist. Just take a few deep inhales and exhales here in this position. It feels so good, doesn't it? And then slowly come back to center, and let's just do that on the other side. Lifting up, threading under the opposite arm now, taking deep breaths. And breathe. Good. Let's come onto all fours, raise up your left arm, and we're just going to swing it backwards and forwards. Really engage the core here. By the end of this exercise, you should feel a tingle in that left oblique. Make sure you're breathing. Swinging forwards and squeezing the arm back. Good. Squeeze. On that last one, flip the palm up and down, squeezing the arm into your waist. Engaging the core, really think ribs to hips here, pull up from underneath of those abs, no dumping in the core. Good. And now bend that elbow and push back. I like to pretend like I'm pushing away very thick water or mud, just to add some more resistance. Keep it going. And exhale to push. Good. And then open that arm out to the side and bring the elbow to the mat. Inhale as you twist. Exhale as you elbow the mat. Just breathe here. I know this one's so tricky. We're almost done with this side. Good. Just a few more. Exhale, squeeze the waist. Good, and then set the left arm down. Push back into a child's pose, take a breather. I know that is such a tricky sequence, but it really warms up the body so well, engages the core. And then tuck the toes under, hover in a quick little bear hold, and push back into a nice down dog. Good job, guys. If this is your first down dog of the day, then just take it easy, pedaling out your heels, stretching the calves, the hamstrings. And then raise that left leg into a little split position and then pull it into your tummy. Good. Coming into a plank. Inhale as you extend the leg up. Exhale as you bring it in. Really burning out the core here. Good, guys. Keep it going. Maybe hop your toes if they're escaping from underneath of you. Good. Waking up those abs. Inhale long. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale long. Exhale to come in. And hold and pulse. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Just a few more. Squeeze the core. And set the leg down and come into a nice pigeon position. Take a breath here. You can stay up in your pigeon, or if you wish, you can come all the way down onto your forearms, whichever feels best for your body. Just stretching out the glutes, the hips. Good job, guys. And whenever you're ready, tuck the back toes under and come back into that down dog position. Deep breaths. Good. And then very slowly set the knees down, hovering maybe a bit. And then I'm going to flip around and we're going to do all of that on the other side. So right arm extends nice and long and we're going to sweep it all the way back towards our hips and inhale it as you bring it forward. Good. Again, squeeze the core here. This time the right obliques are going to be working very hard and they're already going to be a little bit tired because we did these exercises on the other side. So keep the breath going and just keep thinking of the rib to hip connection here. Good. Squeeze the arm and then go ahead and flip the palm up and down. Really rotate from the shoulder here, so we're strengthening the shoulders while creating that mobility too. Good. Keep the breath. Good. Now squeeze that elbow and push away that invisible, very thick water. Inhale as you bring the elbow in. Exhale, squeeze the back of the arm here. Really carving out the arm muscles and of course engaging our innermost core. Good. Exhale to push, inhale to bend. Good. And then set that arm down, take a breath, and we're gonna go, we're gonna go right back into our little extensions. I think I saw a bug there. So inhale to lift the elbow, exhale, bring it down to the mat. Good. Inhale up, exhale down. This is so good for the mobility of your spine. It is such a hard exercise. It does not look it, but I know it is, so keep it going. We're more than halfway there, guys. Inhale. Exhale, twist, bring that elbow down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Whew. Good job, guys. And on that last one, set the arm down. Tuck the toes under and push back into a well-deserved down dog. Shake out the neck. Pedal out the heels. That was such a tricky but such a good combo to start our class off with. And now lift that right leg up into your split position. Inhale. And exhale, pull the knee into your chest. I am so sorry my leg got cut off here. I'm trying to work with logistics, but you get the point. Make sure that right leg is nice and long. Working our flexibility as well as our full body with that plank pull-in. Good, guys. Keep it going, not too much longer here. Exhale as you pull it in. Inhale, leg is nice and long. Pushing your hands into the mat. Good. Ribs to hips as you bring the leg in and hold. Pulse the knee in. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Good. Just a few more. I know it burns. And set that leg down into your pigeon position. Wiggle out your back foot. And breathe. Good. You can stay up or come all the way down. You can pause the video so you can have a longer stretch. But if you're ready, let's go ahead and come onto our glutes and slowly roll all the way down for some abs, our favorite part of class. Make sure your low back is pressing against the mat and lift both legs up into tabletop, your arms over your shoulders. And we're just going to do alternating toe taps here. Inhaling to tap. Exhale to pull. Inhale, exhale. Good. Keep it going. Making sure to push the low back against the mat here, ribs to hips. I would rather you tap the toe closer to your bum and keep the whole low back against the mat versus tapping it far away and coming into an extension and not really working your abs in the best way. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale to tap. Exhale to bring it in. Good. And now let's add on. So we're going to extend our leg and our arm nice and straight. Same arm as leg. Inhale, exhale to bring it back to center. You can always keep your arms right over your shoulders, or you can push the palm of your hand into the knee of the leg that's staying bent, just for a little extra ab engagement. These exercises burn, but they are so good. They are the exercises that I used whenever I was first getting started with Pilates, and I still use them to this day. They are so good for true core engagement. And the key is to move nice and slow and with your breath. So again, inhale, bring the leg out. Exhale, bring it back to center. Making sure the ribs and hips stay connected. Good. Hopefully you're feeling a nice little burn in those abs. Not too much longer here, guys. Good. Go ahead, bring the legs into a diamond shape. Squeeze the toes, squeeze the glutes, open the knees. Wrap your hands behind your head, and we're going to tap the toes down and then bring the upper body up to meet them. Inhale as you tap the toes down, send the chest back. Exhale as you bring it all in. On your exhale in, really think of bringing your bottom ribs and your hips up towards the top ribs. Really engage that lower belly. This is one of my favorite exercises to help with the pooch area, but it just gives you an overall excellent burn. Tap the toes, exhale, bring it all together. Don't forget to squeeze those glutes to keep the knees nice and wide. So not only are we working our abs, but we're also working our bum because we have no time to lose here. Keep it going, guys. Not too much longer here. I know this is such a burner. I know it is so hard sometimes to do the exercises, but it feels so good once you're done and you're just proud of yourself. So a little pat on the back for you. And then hug the legs in. Take a breather. You can always pause a video, but if you're ready, go ahead, bring the right leg to tabletop, and you're gonna crunch in the elbow, come back to center. So left elbow to right knee, and then just come back to center, keeping the chest lifted. Exhale, crunch, inhale, center. This is so hard. I was definitely struggling, but we've got this. We're gonna do it together. Make sure you keep that knee over your hip as much as possible and try to prevent it from coming too close to your chest. The goal here is to bring the elbow to the knee, not the knee to the elbow. Really crunch through that right oblique here. We're gonna try and create such a little burn here. Hopefully it is a burn already. And now bring that leg all the way into your chest and let's go for some bicycles to switch it out. So exhale as you twist. Exhale. Exhale. Bring opposite elbow to knee, extending the leg nice and long. Good. exhale to crunch. And again, the slower the better here. Really extend your leg nice and long. Just a bit longer. I was shaking too. And then set your body down. Take a breath. And we're going to repeat that all on the left side. So fix your hair like me if you need to. Lace your hands behind your head. Left knee is in tabletop. You're going to take an inhale to prepare. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to exhale, bring the right elbow to the left knee. Come back to center. If you really want to challenge here, as you come back to center, keep the chest nice and lifted so you're constantly engaged through the abs. But as always, if it's too much for the neck, you can definitely set your head down. Listen to your body. You are in charge of your workout. Exhale, inhale. Crunch through the left oblique, inhale. A little tip I like to use too, if my neck is getting really tired, I will take my fingertips and push them into my neck, kind of creating a massage, and it really helps with that tension in the neck. Make sure you're pushing weight into the foot that is on the mat. And go ahead, extend that leg nice and long, and let's go in for some straight leg scissors. Oh my goodness, this is such a burn, I know, but keep it going. Extend your legs nice and long and twist opposite elbow to leg. This is our last little burn for this sequence, so you've got it. Only one more exercise left after this. Bring both legs right over your hips. Set the upper body down, arms over shoulders, and let's burn it out. Reach for those ankles. Exhale, inhale. Exhale to come up, inhale to come down. Good. Really reach for those ankles. Try not to hoist your body up, really grow up instead of just using momentum. We're trying to build such a strong core here that's going to be not only aesthetic, but functional. Functional strength is what we're after. Looking good is great, it's whatever, but the true workout comes whenever you're working hard and you're feeling the benefits of your workout in your everyday life. So next time you're lifting a box, instead of lifting from your back, lift from those abs. Flex those feet, relax, and pull the legs towards your body, getting a wonderful hamstring stretch. Maybe check yourself out in the mirror. Maybe look at your book like me, trying to figure out what's next. And breathe. Take this time. Open up your legs wide. And let's get ready for some bridges. So whenever you're ready, push into your heels, articulate up, squeeze your glutes, and come into your bridge. Exhale as you come up, inhale as you come down. Really think of that rib to hip connection here the whole time. If you start to feel pain, pressure, or uncomfortable sensations in your low back, tilt your pelvis towards your face and tuck your hips a little bit more under so that it's in your glutes and not in the back. Keep it going. Now this last one, you're going to hold up. Make sure your weight is even in your heels, and we're going to march alternating legs. So you're going to bring your right leg up and your left leg up, making sure to wiggle as little as possible through those hips. Really pushing through the opposite heel that's on the mat, squeezing the glutes as much as you can. These marches are so underrated. They are so difficult. And the hamstrings are definitely a really hard muscle to strengthen, I think. At least for me it is. So these were definitely so challenging. But it is summertime now. If it's winter, whenever you're watching this, then all was good. But it is summertime, so let's work on those booties. Let's get nice and strong. Raise those arms up overhead, and we're going to alternate heel lifts. So you're going to lift it through the right heel, then the left, making sure to come down nice and slow, not slamming the heel into the mat. You can always bring your arms back to the mat and use your triceps to push into the mat to help with stability. But if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can definitely bring them over your shoulders. If you're experiencing a little shake through your heels, through your legs, all good, me too. Now we're gonna lift our heels both at the same time and lower them as we lower our arms overhead and bring them back over our shoulders. The goal here is to stay nice and connected through your mid-ribs and not to flare your ribs out. So you really have to engage that core and pretend like there's a super tight corset around your hips and that you cannot open them. Keep it going. Breathing naturally. I know it is so hard, but you've got it. Inhale and exhale. Bring the arms overhead and back down, squeezing the core, tucking the hips under. And now keep the heels lifted, arms overhead, and we're gonna finish here with teeny tiny little pulses. Really squeeze the base of your glutes. Again, if you feel it in your low back, tuck the hips a little bit more towards your face. And then set the heels down and little knee openers just to get those outer glutes and those inner thighs firing. Open the glutes and squeeze them back. Inhale to open, exhale to squeeze. Really pretend like you're squeezing a little ball in between your inner thighs. Really activate them. Keep the breath going. Inhale and exhale. Good, guys. Staying connected through that core. Just a little bit more. And then relax. Oh my goodness. Pull your legs into your chest. That was very hard. I know. I was struggling too. So give your legs a little shake. And let's move on. We're going to come into a diamond position, but with our feet flexed. We're going to extend the right leg out. Exhale. Inhale left. Exhale in. Then inhale both legs. Bring them in. Oh my goodness. This one is a burner. So we're going to go both legs here. Right leg out. In. Left leg out. In. Both. Really externally rotate, squeezing the glutes. You can always put your head and neck down on the mat. You can bring your arms to your side. As long as the back and the abs stay nice and together, the back should be pressing against the mat. Your ribs and hips should be together. That core should not flare open. Keep it going. I don't know if you saw my face there, but it was a struggle face. This is such a hard exercise. If your face gives a little bit of a, that is all good. We are building strength, working those inner thighs and the abs. Good. And then relax. Roll up to seated. That was hard, for sure. We're just going to extend those legs nice and long. Take a deep breath and fold over them. Breathe deep here. This is your time to tap into your parasympathetic nervous system and just calm down the body a little bit. So important whenever we're doing such intense work. Keep the breath going. Maybe open up the chest. And let's come into a lifted bridge and going into some tricep dips. So push weight into the heels here, squeeze the booty, and we're just gonna bend the arms and push them up. Really try to keep the hips as lifted as possible and don't let them fall. Pull the shoulders back, really roll them all the way back. Don't let the shoulders slump forward here. Open up the chest, burning out those arms. Not too much longer here. Inhale down, exhale up. Really use the breath. And now we're gonna dip our hips down and back up. So again, inhale, exhale, squeeze up. Let the hips come down. Try not to touch your glutes to the mat though. Keep them nice and lifted the whole time. And really push through the heels, squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings as you bring them back up. Stay nice and open with the shoulders and the chest the whole time here. Ribs and hips are one. down, exhale up. Not too much longer here. Now we're gonna send the glutes back towards the arms and up. We're only gonna do a few of these because they're so tricky, so take your time. Inhale, send the hips back. Exhale, bring it up. Oh my goodness. Inhale, send the hips back. Exhale up. That is such a burner. Last one here. Inhale, send the hips back. Exhale, come into your bridge position and set everything down and open the legs into a butterfly position and breathe here. That was so good, guys. Relax the head. Whenever you're ready, we're going to come into the next part of our sequence, our all fours, starting with some donkey kicks with our left foot, keeping the leg nice and tight, foot is flexed, squeezing the glute, making sure you're pulling up underneath of that core. Exhale to kick, inhale to bring it back in. Keep it going. Exhale, squeezing the glute and pulse the leg up now. So keeping the leg nice and high, just pulsing from the glute, squeezing the base of the bum. That heel is nice and flexed. Making sure that core is super strong for what we're about to do. Tricep push-up, keeping the leg in that donkey position. So bring the elbows into your chest. Inhale, exhale to bring it up. This one is so hard, but it's so good too. Keep it going. Inhale, exhale. Take this at your own pace. Keeping that leg lifted. Good. Last one here. Hold in your tricep position and kick that leg. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Squeezing the bum. This is so good. You guys have got it. We're not going to be here much longer. Good. And straighten that leg. Maybe do a little stretch. And then whenever you're ready, come back into your position and we're going to do all of that, but with a straight leg this time. So heel is nice and flexed. That leg is super long. And we're just lifting it here. Really think of rotating that leg outwards so that your hamstring is totally facing the ceiling. That's going to prevent the exercise from going into our quad. We want it the most in our bum and hamstring. And then go into those little pulses, keeping the heel nice and lifted. Tiny little exhales. Ribs and hips are engaged. And going into our tricep dips, our tricep push-ups. Inhale down, exhale up. I know that upper body is so tired by now, but you guys have got it. Inhale to come down, squeezing the elbows by your side. If your arms are shaking, mine were too. And then hold halfway and go into those pulses, guys. Just breathe, more than halfway there. Rotating that leg out, squeezing from the glute. Beautiful job. Take a breath. And whenever you're ready, box out your left arm and let's come into some fire hydrants here. Squeezing the base of the glute and the side of the glute here to lift that knee up into a right angle at hip height. And making sure to be mindful of the squeeze as you bring that leg down. So not dropping it, but bringing it down with intention. Core is engaged. Let's hold it up for some pulses. So keeping that knee nice and lifted as if it were on an invisible table and just squeezing that glute up. Keep the breath going. And now we're going to inhale, extend that leg, exhale, squeeze it into that left oblique. Inhale long, exhale squeeze. This is such a good booty and ab exercise here. So really exhale and squeeze. Inhale the leg, super nice and long. Good, keep it going. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale long. And now we're gonna finish off with some pulses here. Really rotate that leg outwards and pulse that leg super nice and long. This is it. Breathe super long and come down. Push back into a child's pose. Take a breather. That was so difficult, guys. You're doing so good. Good job. Keep the breath. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to do all of that on the other side. So starting with that right foot with the donkey kicks. Now this side is going to be a little more tired than the other one, so just move slow. Good, guys. Keep it going. And then go into those pulses, just pulsing that leg nice and high. And into this tricep push-up. So bringing the elbows nice and in towards your chest. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. Inhale down, exhale up. Deep breaths. Inhale down, exhale up. Good. And keep that leg where it is and just pulse halfway, holding into that tricep dip. Good. Squeeze the glute and then extend that leg nice and long. Take a breath and then going into straight leg lifts here. So again, rotating that leg out as much as you can, keeping it right behind the hip, but rotating the whole leg itself outwards so that you get the hamstring and the glute rather than the quad here. Hold that leg up and pulse now, squeezing the base of the glute. Good. And then tricep push-up and up. Keeping that leg nice and lifted, feeling a good burn through the glutes. Keep your neck nice and long here. Try not to jerk it back towards your spine, but keeping a nice long line. And again, core is engaged. Hold that tricep push-up and pulse that leg. Last thing here. Just breathe. You've got it, guys. Aren't you glad that's over? Come onto your forearm now, and we're going to go into some fire hydrants. Again, squeezing the side of the glute here, lifting the knee up nice and long, and being mindful of the way we're bringing the leg back down. We're bringing it down with control and not just slamming it back down to meet the other leg. Squeezing the tummy, squeezing the oblique. And pulse that leg up high, keeping the knee as lifted as possible. And just squeezing the glute. Good. My arms started getting a little weird here, I think, so keep going or take a little breather, but squeeze that glute. And extend that leg long, exhale, bring it in. Inhale, long leg, squeeze the oblique as you bring it in. Good. As you inhale the leg, really think of making the longest line possible. That's what's going to help build those long, lean muscles instead of small, really tight, contracted ones. So inhale the leg long, exhale, squeeze it in. Just a few more. And finishing off with pulses. So really squeezing the side of the glute, the base of the glute. Pulsing that leg nice and long. Energy shooting out through the toes. Good, guys. We are almost there. Bring that leg in, come into child's pose, and breathe. This is your time to use the restroom, grab a drink of water, take a breath as we are moving into our second part of class here. We don't have too much longer, so really use this time to grab a sip of water, do whatever you need, so that your body has some time to relax and you're not feeling like a ball of tension throughout the rest of the workout. As always, make sure you are hydrating really well, nourishing your body with good, yummy, nourishing food, high in nutrients. I'm watching a little bird right outside my window eat a piece of grass right now, and it's really cute. If you guys live somewhere where there's pretty birds, let me know. And then whenever you guys are ready, we're going to start our side laying series. So come onto your side, bring your leg out nice and long. We're just going to lift and lower, making sure your hips are nice and stacked and you're pulling up underneath of your bottom ribs, squeezing the leg as you lift, and making sure to try and point your toes and shoot energy out of them for those long, lean legs as always. Keep it going. Engage the core here. This is a leg exercise, but also an ab exercise. Flex the foot, we're going to kick it forward and then swing it back out to the side. So flex to kick, inhale side. You can always keep your top hand on the mat as leverage, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge for those abs, you can of course put that hand on those hips. Just make sure you stay really nice and stable through the hips and you don't wiggle. Good. Keep the breath going. Now we're going to bicycle that leg. So you're going to kick the leg forward, lift the knee to bend, and shoot it out towards the back. Swing, bend the leg. Good. Inhale, swing. Exhale as you bend and kick. Lifting that knee up ever so slightly as you bend it. Staying as stable through those hips as possible. Inhale, lift the knee, exhale. Good. And now we're going to go into some little circles here. So just pretend like you're circling a little grapefruit, super small. Energy shooting out through those toes, and then reverse that circle. If your leg was burning here, don't worry, so was mine. We're finishing off with pulses. Really think about engaging the inner thigh here, the outer glute. Pulse that leg up nice and high. And then set it down. Oh my gosh, it burns. Give that glute a nice little massage. And then whenever you're ready, plop that top leg in front and let's work those inner thighs. So you're going to lift that bottom leg high and drop it down. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Again, rotating the leg towards the back wall. So you're going to rotate the leg towards the back behind you to make sure that inner thigh is facing the ceiling here and we're not engaging the quads. Again, stay lifted under your waist. Hold the leg up nice and high, and we're going to circle that leg forwards, keeping the leg as high off the mat as you can without compromising your form. I'm just going into some nice little inner thigh circles here. Good job, guys. Keep it going. And then reverse that circle whenever you're ready. Again, keeping the leg as lifted off the mat as possible. Pulses. I know it's so hard, but keep it going. Just pulse, pulse, pulse. Tiny little movements straight up. Make sure not wiggling and rocking that bottom leg too much. Flex that leg now, or flex the foot, and we're going to bend and extend. So really squeeze the hamstring, bend the knee, and then extend that leg nice and long, energy shooting out through the heel. Exhale as you bend, inhale as you extend. We only have one more little thing after this. I know this is such a difficult keeping the knee lifted. Good, guys. And finishing off with pulses. So pulse, pulse, pulse that leg up. Finish strong. If you're wincing, I was too. Good job, guys. Set that leg down. Take a breath, and let's flip around to the other side. So starting with those leg extensions, keeping the knee facing the screen or right in front of you. So making sure you're not rotating that knee up or down, but staying facing right in front of you. Making sure you're engaging the core, pulling up underneath of the bottom ribs, the whole thing. And breathe. Inhales and exhales. Good job, guys. Keep it going. Inhale up, exhale down. Flex that foot, kick, and swing it back to the side. Good. Exhale, kick. Inhale, swing to the side. Shooting energy out through the heel and then through the toes as you swing it to the side. You can always put your head down as long as you stay lifted through the core and you're not letting it plop down into the mat. Good, guys. Keep it going. Flex and kick and bicycle. So kick that leg forward, lift the knee to bend, and send it to the back and swing it forward again. Good. Inhale, swing, lift the knee to bend, take it to the back, swing it forward. Exhale as you take it to the back. Take this at your own pace, don't rush it. Control and form is number one here. So if going nice and slow is your MO, then that's what you're going to do. Again, you can put that top hand on the mat for stability, or for a little extra challenge, you can place it on your hip. Just make sure that you're engaging the core. Let's go into those circles. So circling the leg, nice and small circles. And reverse. Breathe. And finishing off with pulses here, guys. This is the last thing. Keep that leg nice and controlled. No wiggles and woggles. Good. And set that leg down. Take a breather, maybe give that glute a massage. That was a lot, but we're almost done with our legs. So cross that top leg over and we're gonna go into some inner thighs. So again, rotating that leg behind you and lifting it nice and long here. So whenever we do inner thigh work in this position, you really want the innermost part of your thigh to be on fire. So that means keeping the leg nice and extended out right from your hip and rotating the leg back behind you so that the inner thigh is facing the ceiling. Nice long legs here in circles, keeping the leg nice and lifted as high off the mat as you can and circling the leg back. Deep breaths. Good. And then reversing the circle, circling the leg nice and forward. I'm struggling too by now, don't worry. We're in this together. Just a little bit more, guys. Go ahead, flex that foot. We're gonna bend the knee and straighten it out. Again, whenever you bend the knee, really think of lifting the knee instead of dropping it down low. That's going to get the movement not only in the inner thigh, but also it's going to work your hamstring a lot. And as you inhale to straighten the leg, shoot energy out through the heel. Keep the breath, guys. You're doing so good. Inhale and exhale. My face is wincing. We're all good. Last little thing here, just some pulses. Pulse that leg nice and high. Really think of the inner thigh doing all of the work here. And set the leg down. Good job, guys. I know that was hard. But we're on to our very last little sequence of class here, right after a little stretch. come into a nice little sphinx, a cobra, whatever feels good to stretch out the front side of your body. Stretch out the abs. Then whenever you're ready, come down and let's push back into a child's pose and come to a seated position. Last little ab burnout here. We're going to inhale, exhale, send the core back, C curve, inhale to straighten. Exhale from the ribs and the hips. Feel like someone's punching you right in the middle of your tummy. Then inhale from your abs too. Don't inhale from your shoulders. Keep them nice and low. Exhale to go down. Ribs and hips touch. Inhale to come up. Really make sure you're pushing your feet into your mat to help you here. Exhale down. Inhale up. Try not to grip through the hips. This is all in the abs. Stay back and let's go into some pulses. So each time you pulse, exhale. You can keep your arms in front of you, or for a bit more of a challenge, you can cross them over your chest. Really think of the ribs and hips touching here. No flaring through the ribs. Good job, guys. From here, we're going to do little twists. So we're going to cross our arms over one another, keep the shoulders away from the ear, and just exhale to twist side to side, coming into some oblique work as well. This is such a good full ab burner. Your lower abs, your obliques, your upper abs, the whole 9 yards. Ouch. You guys have got it. Good. And from here, we're just going to do little cuts with the oblique. So exhale to cut, inhale, center. Exhale to cut, inhale, center, exhale. We're moving really fast. So just breathe. It's a little Russian twist variation, so really working the whole abs here. Good. Remember to breathe. I know I'm a broken record, but the breath is integral here. It's really going to help you. And then slowly come back to center, bring the legs into a butterfly position, and fold nice and easy right over them. And breathe. Good, guys. Deep breath. And then come back into your C curve position. Let's go back and up. Exhale to C curve. Inhale to sit. Good. Engaging the abs here. I know they're on fire already, but this is where we're going to build strength and muscle and push ourselves mentally. We're almost done. You guys are so strong. You can do it. Exhale back. And now we're going to swim our arms, so staying nice and corseted with those front ribs and the ribs to hips. Just swimming our arms, making sure your shoulders are nice and away from your ears. This takes so much strength, guys. You are amazing. Keep it going. Now let's pull our right elbow back and then bring it forward, and our left elbow back and bring it forward. So cutting through the obliques, swinging the arm out nice and long, and then repeating with the other side. Exhaling as you cut, inhaling as you come back to center. Smile through the pain. I was like Jeezy Pete's. Stay in center. Last little thing here, guys. Let's come into a nice boat pose. Really bring those abs together. It is so hard. Squeeze the legs together. We're not going to be here for too much longer. And relax. Oh my goodness. That was pretty intense. Let's stretch it out, guys. So let's come into a nice lunge position. Maybe stretch over to the side. You can push the palms of your hands into your low back. Just whatever feels good here. I think I just sneezed. Working out does not have to be the most beautiful aesthetic thing in the world. I try to edit my workouts as little as possible just to show all the little in-between moments, because sometimes I feel like whenever I'm working out and I don't see that, I'm like, why am I like this and not the person I'm watching? So I try to make it as real as possible. Come back into a nice hamstring stretch now, pulling your hips back evenly, shaking out the head. Yeah, guys, working out, it can look pretty, but it's also not always the prettiest. So just be true to yourself, do workouts you enjoy, and be proud of yourself, because it's not easy to get up and do something that isn't perhaps the most enjoyable in the moment, but it makes us feel so good afterwards. So it's a win for sure. This is my favorite quad stretch ever. If you can't quite grab your foot, just reach towards it, and one day, with practice, it'll come to you. And let's push back into a little hamstring stretch again, because it just feels so good. If you guys want an in-depth stretching and flexibility video with some splits, let me know. I would love to make that. Whenever you're ready, you can come into a nice down dog and just switch legs here. So coming again into a deep lunge, opening up the hip. You can stay center, or you can bring the arm out to the side, maybe behind your head or even overhead, whatever feels good for your body right now. And then pushing back into a hamstring stretch. You guys, this was such a good workout. I definitely struggled myself, so if you made it all the way, that is so good. Keep the stretches going. Let me know in the comments what type of Pilates videos you'd like to see, or what type of workout videos you'd like to see. And again, remember to always stretch and hydrate and nourish your body, and just be kind to yourself. This was so fun. If you like this video, definitely share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to my channel. You guys are all lovely, and I'm excited to see you next time. Bye!